Okay everybody, so just recapping then, you created the design concept and reproduced that there. Then we've gone through how to develop. Remember, the development stages are just, you know, minor changes to the end or whatever. Since the last video, I've added some colour tone to these two stages of development, and I've added the little red development arrows. So the idea is that this leads the reader's eye through the stage of development. So what we're going to do now is just add some colour tone to the final solution. So I'll just turn my page to make it easy for me. I've got my brown ochre pencil, and I'm just going to start off with a nice sharp tip. Okay, we're looking down with, this is called a plan view or a top view, top elevation, or some call it a bird's eye view. These nice curves on the end, there we go, and these nice big curves here either side. Okay, and then we've got these two straight areas there, two straight sides there and there that are parallel, going into my nice rounded, what is essentially the bottom end. If you remember, I moved the hole down to this end, so that's where my curve's going to be, and the ash is going to be deposited from the incense stick along here. So I'm just going through that again, over that again. Let's take the white out of the page. So again, I hold the pencil this way because I just find it very comfortable, and with this finger here I can apply a little bit of extra pressure to get a slightly darker tone. You hold it however's comfortable for yourself, but what you really need to be doing is for the development work is, you know, create it all out first, make your changes in nice faint construction lines. Remember, we don't want these horrible grey lines that I've got. We don't rub those out at the end. Those help tell the story of the building of this work, of this design through its development and its final solution. We'll do another video tutorial on the final solution just to show how you to go about that. But if you can do this and you don't have any major problems with this, you basically won't have any with that at all. So I'm just getting this tonal work just inside those lines. Again, it's about pencil control. When you're assessed on your developmental skills, your annotation and your presentation skills. And the annotation, that's the written comments that you make, are important, but again, nice clear presentation aids the reader in their understanding of what it is exactly you're trying to explain to them. So I'm darkening that end up. I could do a little bit more work on this, and I may do, but the main thing is you get the gist of what it is you've got to do. So I'm pretty happy with that. And again, I'm going to take my pencil now. I'll have a flat edge on it. I'm going to use the tip, and I'm just darkening up the actual profile, the outline of this final stage of development, getting it nice and crisp. And again, with a good quality pencil, this is easier. These leads are a little bit softer, but they can be erased, and that's where that's going to go. Before I actually forget, I'm going to take my red pencil, and I'm just going to show my little red developmental arrow. The red, I find, gives a really nice contrast, and it catches the eye. Now, if you do a good job of these little arrows, that's great. You want your eye to be drawn to them. If you do a poor job of them, unfortunately, your eye will be drawn to something that's not too good. So there we go. I'm pretty happy with that. And this one, some people get the finest of black fine liners and and put that round. I don't bother with that. So the last part then, as far as this presentation goes, is this side elevation, this side view. So we're looking at the side there, and we can see that it's slightly curved, or in my case, hockey stick. So I've got my same pencil now. I think this one was brown ochre, and I'm very carefully, again, we don't use rulers, this is freehand sketching, freehand presentation, and I'm going to start off with a very narrow, thin rectangle, and this is going to show the different layers of my veneer. There we go, and then up into my hockey stick head, if you like, and around there. Try to keep those equal distance apart, and then onto the end. Now before I go any further, I'm going to take a different brown, and I'm going to take my brown down the middle, and you'll note that I'm doing this quite firmly, but I'm making this look like I've got brown, white, dark brown, white, and then my brown ochre. And this is showing my veneer layers, and I've told you that you're going to build this design using veneer formers and thin layers of about 0.6 of a mil, and that just shows that, and that looks fine. Yep, not too bad, relatively steady hand. Take my original brown and then just shade in that white, and this shows a sort of sandwich type effect with two pieces of brown bread with a piece of roast beef sandwiched in between. Very nice. So all I'm doing now is showing that I've got these different layers called veneers. A veneer, if you remember, is a thin layer of material, and I'm just adding that final bit of tone, and we can clearly see that now, that dark brown standing out pretty well. We've not got the white, there's no white in the timber, so why should we want white on our design? I'm just going to take my pencil again and just crispen up those edges. When you do shade with your pencils, you find you get a flat on one edge. You can twist them like that, so you don't. I prefer not to, so that I end up with a little bit of a point, and I can come back and do bits and pieces like this. And that's not looking too bad. Okay, finally, I'm going to put in an incense stick in here, chopped off, and I'm going to use red for the stem of it, and that's just a little piece of timber that's been stained. Okay, and I'm going to take my darker brown, and that's going to be my incense stick. And remember, this is all done freehand. We don't use a ruler, and that signifies, that shows my cut line there where it's just burning down. There's a bit of the stick, and if I turn my page down around there we have created out design concept, and then 3 stages of development work coming down to this final solution down here with our nice small red development arrows that are leading me through this development and the story of the development. That's it. Have a go at that. Thank you for watching this video.